I would like to thank everybody for coming out this evening. It's really an honor for me to be here, and I would like to thank my opponent. Oh wait, he's not here. You know, being a representative is much like taking the vows that you take when you get married. You promise to be there in the good times and the bad times. And when the good times are rolling along, you'll see Ed Whitfield claiming responsibility for it. But when the bad times happen, he's not here. You know, if I had a car crash tonight and my husband didn't come to the hospital, I'd be knocking on my lawyer's door asking for a divorce. And my friends, it is time to ask for a divorce from all of our representatives who are standing us up here tonight and standing us up here in the nation. We are in the worst car crash we could have ever envisioned. Now you may be wondering, who is this crazy woman saying she wants to be a representative? I'll tell you what, I am nobody special. I am an average person during an extraordinary time. I am a wife and a mother. One of my daughters is back there. My oldest daughter hated chili, so she decided not to come tonight. And I'm a veteran of the United States Navy. Don't get me wrong, I served during the Persian Gulf War the first time around, but I was shore duty the whole time. You know, I'm not a big war hero or anything, but I did serve my country. And I was stationed in San Diego. But if you're familiar with San Diego, you'll know that it borders Mexico. And according to the Republicans, I'm an expert on international relations because of that. Thank you very much. So it is my pleasure to be here tonight. I look forward to answering any questions you have. I'm not going to use my entire 3 minutes because I'm just not that long-winded. But thank you so much for having me.
Okay, 2 minutes per question. And the first is, our country currently has the largest deficit in its history, and we've just bailed out Wall Street. Do you think that bailout was necessary? How would you have voted? Why?
I am so glad I got this question. My opponent did vote against the bailout, and we do agree on that. I would have voted against it as well. However, he voted against the bailout because he said that it causes too many restrictions on the banking industry. Newsflash, the banking industry's lack of restrictions is what got us here in the first place. If we'd had more restrictions in the first place, we may not be in the situation in which we find ourselves now. I would have voted against it because I don't think it's going to work. It's going to put a huge tax burden on us, not the banking industry, not the people that are billionaires already, not the people that caused this mess. We and our children and our children's children are going to pay for this for years. That's why I would have voted against it. And it's a Bush idea. And almost everything Bush has ever said that we have to do immediately, right now, right now, right now, has been absolutely incorrect. So that's my first red flag right there. Would I have voted against it? Absolutely, because I don't think it's going to work. We should have taken more time, really thought about the implications of what they're enacting into legislation, and really hammered it out. Additionally, we should have never added all the pork to it. That's an insult. It is an insult every time they add pork projects like giving tax incentives to bow and arrow makers. That's ridiculous. I'm not benefiting from that, but I'm paying for it, and so are you. So I would have voted against it, but for the right reasons, not because I'm afraid that the banking industry may take a harder hit.
Question number 2. What should Congress do to address the problem of the escalating cost of health care and lack of health insurance coverage for many of its citizens?
It's almost like I wrote these. Thank you so much. You know, the health insurance industry is an insurance industry. And they have so much special interest in Congress, and my opponent is one of the people that takes oodles and oodles and oodles of money from them. He flies all over the world at their expense. He gets reelected at their expense. He has stock in their companies, so he's making oodles of money off of your backs. My husband and I, we don't have health insurance. We're some of the 47 million people that don't have health insurance. My opponent voted against health insurance and health care for my daughter. Do you think I take that personally? In the words of Sarah Palin, oh yeah, no, you betcha. I take it very personally because every time she goes to the doctor and she gets an immunization, he has voted consistently that she does not deserve that immunization. My daughter does not deserve to be healthy. It is integral that we have some kind of universal health care for everybody in this nation. We're the only industrialized nation and the richest nation that doesn't have health care for our citizens. How can we possibly expect to continue to be a leader in the world if we don't have a healthy population? It's not rocket science. We can actually save money by producing health insurance and a healthy population. This would actually save us money by having at least the very basic health care for everyone. I'm not even out of time.